Hey awesome people, Paul here again with my mate Dira Wong looking over us, keeping an eye on us. And I've actually, so before I start, if what I have to say resonates with you, that's wonderful, I'm glad it helps. It's not meant to, I'm not here to be an authority where there is no other options, it's just a way of looking at things that may help you look at things differently. But if you don't like it, feel free to move along, because I won't be engaging in any discussions online. So, a few people have been asking me what's the whole Dira Wong thing, what's his totem, what energy does he bring? And it's basically around protection. However, I'm going to read the keywords that are listed from a site called wildspeak.com. So, desert wisdom, journeying, visualization and visual dream work, inner and outer strength, emotional problems, fierceness, pride, confidence and arrogance, knowing how to protect yourself and teaching others to protect themselves too. So primarily the Goanna is about protection. However, I would like to look at the shadow side. So when this strength and even a touch of arrogance, and in a good measure, arrogance is not necessarily a bad thing. It's when it's predominant and out of control, that's when it's a bad thing. And when it is out of control, that can create a barrier between us and the person that may want to talk to us, but they don't know how because we intimidate them, etc., whatever. So again, it all comes down to that balance thing, having the right amount, like the yin and the yang. It's all about balance. Now, I started off with this intentionally because I personally believe over the next few months, and I'm saying around, let's say mid-year, I reckon the road's going to get bumpy. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually before then, but I think it'll be well and truly on the horizon by mid-year. Many people are going to be waking up to the shenanigans that has been going on for the past couple of years. And as such, they're going to need help. And they're going to be looking to the people that they've probably been saying, you're all tinfoil hatters, etc. And they're going to be looking to them for help. Now, if we want to build back better than they ever thought we could, we need to have unity. And that means putting aside our differences, looking at the things we all share in common and that we all want in common. So, in the past few videos, I went through a few tools to help us through this very time, I believe. And the big one is, can you walk the middle path where all things are both real and unreal, true and untrue at the same time, and sit in the 1,000 shades of grey and allow time to pass and present more information until one side or the other becomes more apparent that it is the truth. How does that apply to the people? Well, you're going to have to be able to sit there in the centre and not get emotionally attached when they're asking for help, and they're going to be confused. They are going to be confused, and they are going to need leadership from many people. All those that have been awake since 2020 and shouting from the rooftops, and put my hand up for that. Time to be the example you wish to see in the world. And remember, in Lakesh, very, very important, in Lakesh, in you is spirit, in me is spirit. So when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself because I'm still speaking to spirit who is in me. And the relationship I have with you is the relationship I have with myself. So when these people come asking for help, and yeah, they might need to apologise, allow them if they feel that's necessary. If they don't even feel like giving an apology, well, that's up to you where you go from there. But if they give the apology and ask for help, I told you so won't bring unity. What can you do to get them from the side there of the fence they're on, over that fence and into our paddock, because it's a numbers game from here. And remember, I personally believe, it's an opinion, that's what I believe means. My opinion is this is some kind of initiation. And if you think of, I know in Australia we use the term terrible twos for kids, because at that age they become so determined about themselves, and it's my toy, and it's all about me. Well, we need to get past that attitude as a species, i.e. Having a crack at people saying I told you so and I was right. Get over yourself, because it's much bigger than that. It's now time to build bridges, mend fences, put gates in fences actually, not mend them, and actually encourage our brothers and sisters to come and join us and help them learn the shenanigans and fuckery that has actually been going on. Teach them how to defend themselves and stand in their truth and stand in their honour under natural law, common law, and maybe even exit the system. But again, everyone's on their own spiritual path. I don't believe everyone is going to wake up. That's their choice, that's their journey. One thing we have to get to common ground on this is that how you live your life is none of my business. What is my business is, are you committing a crime according to natural and common law? And that is, have you created any harm, loss or damage to another person? That's a crime. Now the best description of natural law in a nutshell that I have heard is from Mark Passio, an American guy. Now he's actually was a priest in the Church of Satan. Now that's probably going to make a lot of people's hair stand on him. But again, know your enemy. He knows how they think. He's changed his ways. He now teaches all about natural law, and I advise you to go listen to the guy. He's very strong and, dogmatic in his views, but so what? He knows how the other side thinks, and he can help you out with understanding how they think. Now, the best one I ever heard him say is, any time you take something that is not yours from someone else, it's an act of theft. And so when you take someone's rights, it's an act of theft. Murder is actually the taking of a life that does not belong to you, therefore you had no right to take it. It's an act of theft. So, if the other person, whether you like their lifestyle or not, hasn't done a crime and isn't committing an act of theft on another person, it comes back to what we're all calling for in 2020, our right to choose, our right to live as we see fit and make choices as we see fit. Well, it's time to honour that, what you demanded. And with this guy's help, we're going to start to protect each other and live for each other a little bit more than what we are. It's time to start building communities go back to your community and be the change that you wish to see in this world. Be the example. And if you make a good example, maybe others will follow. So, that was a wrap up of the last few videos on why I said what I said and my perspective of how I look at things at the moment. I do see it as an initiation. It is a time to work on your spiritual side, your free will, and respect the free will of others. Take full accountability and responsibility for your life. Can you walk the middle path? It applies to just about everything. I haven't found anything that it doesn't apply to yet. In Lakesh, those key components there are, in my opinion, the big ones for the spiritual test. I want us to get out of this system and pass the initiation. And then let's go see what's on the other side. Let's see what kind of a beautiful world we can all build. Because I guarantee you, people with true hearts will build something much, much better with those with black hearts. And I want to be a part of that, do you? I want to build this for the generations that follow. Yes, I build it for me now, but I want to build it for them. Whenever they are here, whatever generation, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren that I may never see, the great-great-grandchildren that I hope will proudly carry my coat of arms and flag that I am developing now to exit the system. So, I am taking full responsibility. I am honouring everyone's free will, and I use In Lak'ech every day, and I also make a very concerted effort to walk the middle path. And that has done me so much good. So, alright guys, thank you very, very much. I'm going to do one more video about another subject, off track, but this is basically the spiritual war done and dusted. I'll do one more. Awesome people, you have a great one, and I hope we all get to the other side very soon and we all build back better than they ever thought we could. And it's ciao from Dirawong, the Protector, and it's ciao from me, Paul. Have a good one, folks. Ciao for now.